Typical PlayStation. Now my part 2 stream session has to be done on the same day as I started my part 1, which means instead of having one part 1 that covers today's entire stream time that I have that I can commit, it's now going to be so the first part won't even be 2 hours long. Linus GOG takes over what the devs stopped supporting just to let you play your old games on your hardware. That is impressive if you ask me. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Oh, yeah. Exactly, Mita. It's good that they preserve those games. It's a good idea to keep them preserved. Or did you, Linus? You thought it said this is R. Kelly, not Dr. Kelly. I haven't played in Mita. I haven't played the Callisto Protocol yet, but I do have it though. It was actually free 1 month on PlayStation Plus, so I snagged it because I was curious about it. This game reminds you of that one. The environment is quite similar. Oh, cool. Yeah, I really do like sci-fi horror a lot as well. Dr. Darling, impressive work, Marine. I like the pun. Absolutely. Hey there, Zereth. Welcome on in. You redeemed the leap of doom. Looks like you unwittingly redeemed the game crash. How's things, Zereth? Hey there, Hipsuit. How's things? Yeah, it's so annoying. Streaming directly from the PlayStation. If your game crashes, your stream stops. Xbox worked it out years ago how to prevent that, but Sony just doesn't want to. Keone back? Absolutely, yep, we are back. Hey there, Lynch Mob. Welcome on in. How's things? It meets a damn. You're like, what happened? Oh yeah, it's so friggin' annoying. Like, there's no cause, like, there's no explanation for why the game crashes. It just does. Me too. You're watching on your phone and it's just sent me to your profile. I thought you pressed something, but that was the stream that ended. Oh, that's totally fair to think that, for sure. Lucas, you just saw something. Total Recall was released 35 years ago. Holy shit. Such a great movie, that one. A really, really great sci-fi action movie. Things are sleepy, Zereth. That's totally understandable. I hope you get some good rest. And me too, you played a few hours of Callisto Protocol, but you didn't finish it. You liked it, though. Oh, that's definitely fair, too. Yeah, I heard some negative things about it, but not having played their other games, the Dead Space ones, I don't really have any sort of, like, personal experience with their previous work to know whether or not their new work is actually inferior or not. But I still want to give it a chance anyway, in the future.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We don't know what we're up against. Repeat, we have negative ID on the assailing force. They're mean SOBs. They don't have a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo, establish a stronghold, and keep them at bay.
HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got one man down and several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on station stat.
Men HQ, this is Fire Team 2. The monorail track is destroyed. Unable to secure safe transportation back to base. Over.
Roger that, Fire Team 2. Fall back to the nearest station and set up a CP there. Out. All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. Fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Lucas, you know, it feels like the movie was just released 2 weeks ago. It was, wasn't it? Except add 35 years on top. Hey there, Cody. Good morning to you as well, dude. How's things? Lunchmob, we just got done playing a new game you found. It's Hypercharge Unboxed. Basically, every player has their own unique action figure character, and you can play team death matches or PvP, or you can play the campaign. And so far, the story is good, and so is online play. Oh, that's great, Lunchmob. That's good. It's good when things are like that as well. Things can be really smooth. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I never actually have heard of that one before either. Inmates, you got it for free, so you gave it a try. It has some performance issues, but it can be fixed by changing some settings. You also never played any of their previous games, but since you got it for free, you thought, why not check it out? It's a Doom-inspired game, but it has stealth elements to it. So basically, imagine Doom games having stealth. Well, that's cool that you enjoyed it, Amita, and with the PC version of so many different games, like, it's understandable if there's sort of like a lot of tricks that need to be employed to sort of like find fixes and stuff. Thank you, Lenchmob, for redeeming the Arnie movie scene impression. Thank you very much. Oh, that's excellent, Cody. I'm glad to hear that you're going great. That's really good, dude. As for me, I'm doing well. I started my playthrough today. The game crashed, though, which ended my first stream. So this is actually my second stream today of Doom 3. Which is annoying because I wanted to have hours worth of one part and then next Monday do part 2. But now I've got to have 2 individual parts, one almost 2 hours long, and then this one, if the game doesn't crash, then probably like 5-6 hours on top. So part 1 will be like 2 hours, and then part 2 will be like 6 hours. Oh, cheers, Cody. Thank you very much, dude. Just dropped in when you said refresh. Yeah, it's just so friggin' annoying. So annoying. Don't know why Sony never bothered to actually fix their console so that it doesn't turn your stream off if a game crashes. It's ridiculous. Xbox worked it out like years ago. Like 2017, I think, was when they fixed it so that if you're streaming directly from their console, if the game crashes, it just goes to an idle screen. And the annoying thing is the PlayStation has its own idle screen too. If I go to home and I change some things. You can still hear my voice, but there's an idle screen. Why can't they make it that when the game crashes, it goes to this idle screen? Don't know why. Okay, so I've got an Arnie movie scene. Can you believe this shit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Don't listen to it. I worry about the kids. The network shuts down the schools. The kids are either in hiding or getting basic training. Brainwashed by the TV. We can jam the network once we find the uplink to the satellite. Then we'll broadcast the truth. Truth hasn't been very popular lately. Can't find the code or the uplink. Don't know where the network hid something that big, but they managed. Steve, would you mind? Goodbye, my lovely. You're one of the cops who locked up all my friends, burned my songs. People like you took this country and turned it into a jail. We don't want his death on our hands. He's a cop. He's the butcher of Bakersfield. Come on, Mick, you can see through that crap. It's network propaganda. We don't know that. We know we wouldn't be here if he hadn't helped us. We also know he's not one of us. Perhaps now he's seen too much. I've seen too much. All I've seen is a bunch of low foreheads who think they can change the world with dreams and talk. It's too late for that. If you're not ready to act, give me a break and shut up. Nothing worth losing your head over, though, hey? You got it. Well, there's your ride. That's all set. Nothing like first class. I guess this is it. Now you wise. Stay out of the national database, okay? And you, Laughlin, stop trying to teach the Constitution to the street punks. See you guys at the 10-year prison reunion. You can still join us if you want. No, thank you. My brother's gonna get me out of the city. Plus, I'm not into politics. I'm into survival. That one's from The Running Man. Thanks for redeeming that, Lunch Mob. Lunch Mob, think of it as a small soldiers game version because when you play the campaign, you punch your way out of a package box. That is really, really cool. Yeah, Zareth and Hipsuit, so that's the screen that you would think appears if your game crashes and you're still streaming. But nope, they can't make it happen like that apparently. But yeah, if you press home on your console and then go to your other menus, it puts that idle screen up. Cody, you liked it that after over 5 years of the console being out, your PS5 has animated backdrops again? Oh, is it something that they took out? Was it? It's annoying when they do that though. If that's what happened. Yeah, Cody. Who loves you and who do you love? Such a good movie, that one. It's so funny too because the movie is set, I think, in 2017. Came out in 1987, the movie, but the movie's set in 2017. Which, like choosing a 20-year gap between when you're making a movie and when you're setting it, if you're doing a futuristic thing, because 20 years seems like a long time, but the funny thing is, it's not really. Because you think about it, let's break it down. However many seconds there are in an hour, however many hours there are in a day, however many days there are in a week, however many weeks there are in a month, however many months are in a year, however many years are in a decade, however many years are in a century. At every moment, something's happening. Constantly. All the time. Every day. Day in, day out. All the time. The possibilities of what can happen is entirely endless as well. And so, when you think about it, so much can happen in 10 years' time, let alone 20 years' time. But at the same time, though, advancements don't necessarily have big leaps as well. For example, Deus Ex Human Revolution, that came out in 2011, and the game is set in 2027. We're only 2 years away from that now, in real life. And so the way that things are shown in Deus Ex Human Revolution in the year 2027, they may not be anywhere near what it actually is in real life, but At the time, in 2011, 2027 probably seemed a pretty long time away. Cody, think you're going to throw up? Go ahead once you're on this shirt. Yeah, that part of the movie as well. Maria Conchita Alonso, she was really good. I liked her in The Running Man, and she was also good in Predator 2 as well. I wish she was in more stuff, like more genre stuff, really.
All remaining Marine units, this is Sergeant Kelly. I am unable to reach Mars City from my current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
Something I must say that I'm really enjoying about this game is the little moments where the game is trying to keep you on edge. Because you have all these environmental things, you also have these gusts of wind, gas, whatever it is, smoke, that sounds like some kind of like demon either screeching or, doing some other kind of vocalization, which keeps you on edge, but also it distracts you too. Like, for example, that enemy that shot me, I was too busy being distracted by what happened with the environment to my right that I wasn't actually paying attention to the enemy that was directly in front of me. So that kind of like is a big difference too in the old Doom games compared to this one even. Now, obviously, this one is an old Doom game as well by 2025, but the games before this one was even, older. And so there was a big change in how they did things in a video games environment. So in Doom 1 and Doom 2, they had to sort of emulate demons potentially screeching by making doors sound like a demon. But in this game, they were able to actually make things explode, make things pop out at you and all that kind of stuff. Cody, this is the original BFG edition, as the BFG edition got censored. Well, it gave me the option at the start to actually do either Doom 3, Resurrection of Evil, or The Lost Missions. But apparently that means that this is the BFG edition, I think. But on the actual game file, though, it doesn't say anything about what edition it is on the PlayStation. Because it's funny, old movies and stuff said that in the year 2005 there would be flying cars and a bunch of other cool things. It's now 2025, yet where are they? Exactly, Lucas, yeah. You have like Back to the Future Part 2 where Marty goes to 2015. And there's so many things in 2015 that IRL, when it finally became that year, we didn't have. Like, for example, for those who haven't seen the movie, in Back to the Future 2, in the year 2015, they predicted that we would have the ability to literally change the weather when we wanted to, or when the weather company wanted to, or the weather service. So if the weather service wanted to change it so that it was raining, they could make it rain. If they wanted to change it so it was sunny, they could make the sun come out. With the jacket that Marty wore in 2015, if it got wet, it could automatically dry itself instantly. Things like that. Obviously, you have the hoverboard as well. Now, obviously, hover technology is not futuristic inherently. Even when they did the first Back to the Future movie, hoverboards and that were, I think, even prototypes were obviously a thing and all that kind of stuff. Then you have like the use of holograms, like advertising Jaws 19, which is another in-joke. And they have Max Spielberg being the director of Jaws 19, and Max Spielberg is actually the son of Steven Spielberg, who at the time of Back to the Future Part 2 coming out was probably just a kid, and all that kind of stuff. So There's a lot of things in 2015 and Back to the Future 2, which came out in 1989, that obviously didn't happen. Credit, they're bringing out flying taxis, apparently. Flying taxis, oh damn. Holy shit. You wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of that. Lucas, we do technically have hoverboards now. That's true, Lucas, for sure. Yeah, I think they made it intentionally a bit of a joke that one of the futuristic things would be a hoverboard when the technology isn't necessarily, impossible. Even back then in 1989.
Hey, you! Up here, quickly! I thought I was the only one still alive. I can't believe I found you. Something happened. I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. People started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived. Go for help. Please. No way. I'm staying up here. It's the only safe place. You can't get me down. I'm staying here. Hurry back with some help. I don't want to stay up here alone. Be careful. I don't know what's in there.
This is Mark Stanton, Manifest Controller, currently stationed at Mars City. I'm not sure who to send this to, so I decided to send it to quite a few people. If you're on the recipient list, please take a moment to review this report. It is quite important. I'm very concerned over the shipping procedures out here. I am the Manifest Controller, and as such, I need to be informed of everything coming in and out of Mars City. Someone here is subverting my position and preventing me from getting data on things being shipped. This is unacceptable. Not only could this reflect poorly on my upcoming review, but this is my job and I'm tired of being out of the loop. I have no idea who keeps telling the shipping crews to allow things in and out without allowing me to produce or procure the manifest, but whoever it is, it must stop. One of the dock workers actually told me to piss off when I tried to stop one of the last containers from going straight to Delta. I immediately filed a report and will follow up with the transit manager next time I see him. End of log.
Would you believe chainsaws? Marcus, those morons at Mixom have done it again. I requisitioned a crate of jackhammers. What we got were several crates of chainsaws and no jackhammers at all. What the hell were they thinking? Chainsaws serve no purpose on Mars. I'm sending these back as soon as I get the time. Meanwhile, I would appreciate it if you could lodge another complaint with Mixom and expedite my jackhammers when they do arrive. David Robbins, Industrial Complex. Farewell for now. If you've received this email, you are someone I worked with while here on Mars and have made an impression on my life. I want you to know I'm leaving Mars and UAC to pursue other opportunities after one last assignment tomorrow in Delta Labs. I will miss you terribly and will think of you often. I'm sure the friendships I've made here will last the rest of my life, and I will be sure to keep in touch. As soon as I have a new address, I will forward it along. I hope you will join me in the Mars City kitchen for a drink tomorrow evening. My shuttle leaves first thing on 11:16, and I hate to miss my last chance to see you. Until next time, Ray Gerhardt. To Duncan Matthews, if you've received this email, you are someone I work with while here on Mars. Oh, alright. Already read that. That was the other one. So the response was, any idea who this guy is? I think he may be the funny-looking dweeb from Alpha Labs, but I always thought his name was Alan. Wake up. Are you going to have that drink with him? I wouldn't normally, but if he's buying and the other people will be there, it might be fun. Ho ho ho, I've got a machine gun. The MG-88 Enforcer delivers a high rate of fire and dependable accuracy when fired in short bursts. Standard Marine Infantry issue.
Command HQ, this is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind here. What are my orders? Over.
Specialist Wilson, this is Sergeant Kelly. Stay sharp, son. Move to your last known RP and fortify your position. We'll find you.
Hey, Godfather Al. When humanity was on the brink of annihilation, Earth's council sent only him, the Rod Slayer. Hey there, Godfather Al. How's things been? Welcome on in. In Mita, the Council of Elrond sent Rod to destroy the demons coming out of Mount Doom. Very nice in Mita, that's clever.
Audio report on troop morale. Morale here is beginning to drop. It's nothing to worry about yet since I keep my Marines sharp and ready to go, but events at the base are wearing on the troops. There have been a lot of things happening here on the base. I believe the UAC experiments being performed here must be the cause. Out here, they could be experimenting on God knows what. There are quite a few people missing, and no Marines, of course. It's the civilian population I am referring to. Bottom line, whatever it is they have going on here has my men on a razor's edge. At this point, there is no cause for alarm, but I am requesting we rotate squads every 90 days instead of every 180. I will continue to report as the situation develops. It is good we have the new Marines en route. Fresh faces will help. Sergeant Tyson, out. Audio report confirming new troop deployments for the Mars City Marine Facility, October 30th, 2145. The new troops will be arriving within a few days. I've started a series of training exercises focusing on close-quarter small weapons combat, as well as instituting mandatory refresher courses on all munitions and weapons in our armory. In response to the large number of security breaches and general feelings of ill will around the base, I've doubled security details, placing 2 Marines at each checkpoint. This additional presence should help calm things down. I expect that the incoming Marines are not quite as green as the last deployment. They've turned out okay, but some combat experience will go a long way right now. Sergeant Tyson, out.
PFC Hagar, Sentry Bot Security. Staff Sergeant Tyson, I've been a major supporter of putting sentry bots on routine patrols. In the past, they have proven to be very reliable. That changed today. I witnessed 2 of our guys doing maintenance on a bot in Mars City. While having it only partially assembled, they activated its sensors to test their repairs. All of a sudden, the sentry locked onto one of the Marines as an enemy and began firing at him. If the ammo had been loaded, that Marine would have been killed. Thankfully, the other Marine was able to immobilize it quickly. The sentry bot is powerful, but maybe too powerful? Why do we need that much firepower in Mars City? Except for the odd report of individuals going a little crazy, we don't have many problems. Do we really expect the sentry bots to know the difference between someone having a bad day and someone gone mad? I hope you can talk to Sarge about this before something worse happens. PFC Hagar. Sergeant Tyson, we have a new troop inbound to replace Alan. He will be arriving on the next transport. Be sure to get the manifest filled out for his first issue. Sergeant Kelly. Sergeant Tyson, due to the upcoming personnel transfer, we will be changing the weapon storage code in Marine Command to 584. The change will take effect on November 15, 2145. Thank you, Central Security. Also, be right back. Alrighty then, I'm back. Cheers, Cody, for the welcome back. Thank you, dude. Thanks for using those Chef's Kiss emotes, or the Ezio Chef Kiss emote, Kearney.
Audio log for Dr. Kasian, currently stationed at Mars City. I have just left the weekly status meeting here in Medical. The most prominent topic was the vast number of psychological issues we are seeing as of late. The number of reports indicates that 10% of the overall base personnel have shown symptoms. As many people will not come in for this type of thing, the number of affected personnel could truly be in the 30 to 40% range. It has even manifested itself here in Medical. We have several nurses and a couple of good doctors out for related reasons. I'm going to formally request 2 additional psychiatrists on the next shuttle from Earth. The 2 we have are being overworked, and the content of their sessions with patients is starting to affect them as well. Dr. Kasian out.
Thank you, Keone, for the welcome back as well.
Dr. Mark Kasian. At 1547, patient Jonathan Wills was admitted after complaining of insomnia and nausea. According to the nurse, Mr. Wills was calm and exhibited no signs of disorder when he was brought to exam room 5. However, by the time I reached him at 10 after 4, his personality had changed dramatically. When I entered the room, Mr. Wills lunged at me with a scalpel he apparently stole from a supply drawer. With the assistance of an orderly, we managed to subdue and sedate him without injury. Mr. Wills was heavily medicated and could not be diagnosed, but in the 20 minutes he was left unattended, he managed to carve 3 symbols in his arm and cut his own tongue into 2 halves. I can only guess at the cause of his problems. I hope that additional psychiatrists arrive soon. In the meantime, in response to this assault, all medical supplies and armaments will be locked in a secure hospital cabinet with the code 347. Dr. Kasian out.
Hey there, Scar. How's things? Jordan Kennedy, patient attack. Mark, thank you for sending me the audio report. I wish the news was better. I will coordinate with our colleagues here on Earth to find additional staff and resources to assist. Given the situation there, it isn't going to be easy. You may be on your own for a while. My advice to you, continue to document everything you can. Continue to document everything you can. Attempt to find the root of the problem, and for goodness sakes, stash weapons and medical supplies for yourself in case things get worse. I'm glad to hear you've already taken some precautions by locking some supplies in that cabinet. I hope it is enough. I appreciate you including the code in your report and will keep it secure. Sarah Holston, leaving? Mark, I hear that you're leaving Mars. I'm happy that you'll be able to spend more time with your family, but I am very worried about the deteriorating situation here. We're short-staffed already. Your departure will be a big loss. Speaking of which, I've noticed that Zach in operations has been behaving more and more erratically. Since talking with you, I'm not sure if I'm being overly sensitive or if he has caught the bug going around. I swear he tried to bite me today. In your absence, is there anything I should do? Sarah. Just chilling, Scar? Excellent, dude. That's great to hear. As for me, doing well. Started my Doom 3 playthrough today. This is actually part 1 still, but I had to call it part 2 because the game crashed, of course, for some stupid fucking reason. And that meant when I started a new stream, I wanted to call it part 2 instead of just part 1 again. So yeah. But aside from that, doing pretty well. You do have this game on Steam. Did play a bit, but never finished it. It was too scary for you at that time, lol. Oh, that's fair enough. Scar. That's fair enough. And I think it is the BFG edition, yeah. It didn't say if it was or not, but there was some content options at the start that when I mentioned it to someone, they said, oh yeah, that's probably BFG edition. Scar, BFG is when you can have flashlight all the time. It's not an option in original. Oh, isn't it? I see. Well, I can turn the flashlight on and off when I want in this version.
Connection established.
Marine, I can't believe you're still alive. I'm unable to return to Mars City. All passages out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post here. I can monitor status reports of the entire base from Delta Central Authority and communicate with other Marine teams. It's your mission to link up with Bravo Team and get that transmission sent. Head toward Alpha Labs. It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job. And good luck, Marine.
Scar, in the original, you have to equip it, basically swap, and that's where it gets scary, because you have to choose between gun or flashlight. Ah, that's right, I remember now. The version I played years and years ago that I didn't actually finish, and didn't get too far in, I remember you had to actually switch. I've seen the first Doom movie that they did. And it was terrible. I didn't bother with the second one they did because I heard it was terrible. Even that first person scene in the first Doom movie, as cool as it might be, doesn't save the movie at all. It's a terrible adaptation. I know it was adapting this game more so than the original Doom, but still. It felt like a Resident Evil clone, except on Mars. Wicked, wait, there was a second Doom movie? That's true. Yeah, it's called Doom Annihilation, which after Mortal Kombat calling the second movie Annihilation and being a terrible movie, they should have not chosen Annihilation as the subtitle for Doom, the second movie they did. Cody, speaking of clones, you've just started Ebola Village. Ebola Village? So is that like a clone of Resident Evil games? That's interesting, I haven't heard of that one. Is it like a parody as well, or? Scar, well, you did see the first one. You did kind of like it because it was interesting to see a movie about a legendary game. Yeah, I wish they adapted the original game, though. I feel like a callback to action sort of like movies of the Arnie era would have been a really good thing, mixed with horror, obviously, of course. Because we had Alien, Predator, Resident Evil, and many other movies, but not Doom. That's true. Doom came out after those ones.
The UAC is here to help you. Psychological services are free and confidential.
I like how that just so happened to happen when I was doing the reload animation. And then for a split second there, after the close-up was finished, the reload animation, even though it had actually finished, the reflection was still doing the reload animation. Wicked, do you like the first Doom movie for better or worse? That's definitely fair too as well. I feel like even if there's movies that people might not think are great, that there's still some things about it that they enjoy as well. For me, some of the better video game movie adaptations than the Doom one was like the first Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, the original Mortal Kombat. What else? At the time, well, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time was 2010, and that was after Doom. But I can still compare, obviously, video game-based movies that came out after Doom to Doom. But yeah, I preferred those video game movies. Cody, it is, and you're surprised it was allowed, as the instruction manual has Jill Valentine in her famous outfit, and they used her last name too, lol. Yeah, that's the thing as well, like, Jill Valentine, you would think that that would be a copyrighted name, maybe. Because I don't know many people who would have Valentine as their last name, but maybe there is. Sky, you think you'll give Doom 3 original a try on PC? Maybe you'll get a better experience than you did back in the day. You're older now. Maybe. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I'd have to say that I'm enjoying this a lot more than I did years and years and years and years and years ago. Wicked Super Mario Brothers. Well, I never saw the new one, but the old one was okay, but it definitely wasn't a great Mario movie, that's for sure. But 10-year-old me that went to see it when it came out, or I was probably 9 at the time, didn't really see anything bad about it. I loved it when I first saw it as a child, when I went to the movies to watch it. But later on, when I saw it when I was older, it was like, yeah.
Marine, if you run across any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower. Green. You gotta get to Bravo team quickly. They need all the firepower they can get. Sending that transmission is critical to our survival.
Also, Doom 3 is actually a horror game. Other Doom games are more action-based shooters. Yeah, for this game they definitely go for a more survival horror approach, which is understandable given what kinds of horror games had come out since Doom 1 and Doom 2 in the 90s. Even though Resident Evil came out in the 90s as well. But still. They definitely went for a more horror approach with this one. A lot more environmental stuff that also doesn't just maybe block your progression, but also acts as distractions or jump scares as well. Hey Percenter, welcome. This is going to be your next game. You've loved every other Doom, so it didn't make sense to try this one. It's already giving you Quake 4 vibes. Oh, nice, nice Percenter. That's cool. Oh yeah, I haven't actually played this in full before. I'm enjoying it a lot more this time around. I didn't play heaps of it back in the day, but I didn't play enough to stick with it because I sort of was put off by the survival horror slower approach. Mr. Epic, in Doom 3, you're afraid of the demons. In Doom Eternal, the demons are afraid of you. Well, yeah, some players might be afraid of the demons. But I get your point, though, Mr. Epic. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, I imagine, too, by extension, gives you more sort of like power fantasy, I guess, as the character. Sky, you have Quake 4 as well, but problem is for some reason you're stuck on the last mission. Game crashes when you do climb the ladder to activate some button. That would be very, very frustrating, Scar, to have to happen. Ray Gerhardt, farewell for now. Oh, it's the same message I read before. Alright, so original message to UAC security. Please requisition to my department armor and 1 plasma gun with ammo. With all that has been happening around here, I don't feel safe. I haven't been able to sleep and it has been difficult to work. If it would be easier, I could always just help myself to some of the armor I've seen security leave carelessly around the base. We understand the pressures and concerns of civilians in Mars City. I want to assure you that there is nothing to worry about. We in UAC security have everything under control. I left the armor you requested on your desk. I hope this helps you sleep a bit easier. We will not be able to fulfill your request for a plasma gun at this time. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that civilians are not allowed the possession of weapons. If you ask again, I will have no choice but to report you to UAC HR. If you do happen to find equipment, it is your duty to return it to UAC security immediately. Mr. Epic, that's why I also love Halo, because the aliens usually don't see humans as a threat, but the moment they see the Master Chief, they get afraid and sometimes run away. That's so funny when they make enemies react that way in games to your character. That's cool.
I don't think you understand, Dr. Betruger.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, Plan B.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the Prime Science and Research Facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technologies such as the Elemental Phase Deconstructor, Hydrocon, and Molecular Fuel Storage Compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility, Delta Labs, where Union Aerospace is opening all new opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
Mr. Epic, you'll always remember that cutscene when the Master Chief teleports into the Covenant's base conference they are holding and says, "Boo," and all the aliens run away. That was awesome. You also sometimes hear them scream, "It's the demon, run away." That is so funny that they would do that. Scar, thank you so very much for using your bits to enlarge that emote. Thank you very much, Scar. Man, seeing that emote in that size in chat definitely is very stark. Like very, very, what's the other word I'm looking for? It's like, has a bigger impact in that size. Thanks, Inmita, for using that emote too, that Alan Wake one. I love that one. I wish I could have made it longer in terms of what you see, but with animated emotes on Twitch, there's a 60 frame maximum limit, and that part from Alan Wake 1, it's the television in the what's the name of it? I can't remember the actual specific name of it. The Lodge. That's right. The Lodge where Alan gets put into. And it's that video of Alan on the television. Exactly, Amita, a bigger stair, lol. Cody, it reminds you of a Titan from Attack of the Titans. Oh, okay, I've heard of that, but I haven't actually seen much about it, though. Hey there, Cellcat. Welcome on in. How's things going? Hey, Cerberus. How's things, dude? Welcome on in. Cody, one of the best animes and live-action films to come out. Definitely heard a lot about it. I wasn't sure, like, how long it had been around as well.
I do need somehow become friends with that Doom guy. It would be cool to explore Mars and kick some ass.
Thank you, Scar, for redeeming that as a Bane impression. Bane and Doom guy going to town on demons. Imagine. Oh, it's going pretty good, Cerberus, actually. I'm enjoying it a lot more this time around. I never actually finished it the first time I played it. I probably only did like 30 minutes to an hour, and then abandoned it because it didn't feel Doom enough for me. But I wanted to give it another chance with this marathon. So here we are. And I'm actually enjoying it a lot, so I'm happy that I'm revisiting it now. Ethan Peterson, armaments in the cabinet. Alan, per our earlier conversation, I've stocked the storage cabinet in your area with some ammunition and security armor. The door code is 586. I don't know what's going on around here, but we can't be too careful. I hope to God we never have to use that stuff. If I hear anything else, I'll email you. Ethan. Alan, I've heard that UAC Corporate is sending someone up here to check on Bertruga. His name is Elliot Swan. I don't know who he is, but John said he's a real ball-buster. He said that he always travels with a bodyguard. This can't be a good situation. I hope this Swan guy doesn't shut us down. We are so close to solving the stability problems, and the transfer errors are exceptionally low now. I'll keep you posted if anything goes down. Ethan. MartianBuddy.com, Lightspeed Pharmacy. Mr. Dorweiler, Online pharmacy. No doctor visit needed. We believe that ordering medication should be as simple as ordering anything else on the net. We can ship drugs anywhere in the galaxy. Embargoes, banned pharmaceuticals, no problem. Go to martinbuddy.com for my details. It's funny that they'd put something like this in the game too, as well. And Mita, don't forget the Bat. That's true. Batman, Bane, and Doom Guy all going through and destroying demons. Mr. Epic, solo leveling is awesome anime. Can't wait for the new season. Well, that's cool, Mr. Epic. Yeah, I'm not really an anime watcher, so there's a lot of anime that I've got no idea even exists, let alone knows some of the names of stuff. Yeah, and Mita, it's a freaking bat. The Bat.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the prime science and research facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technology such as the Elemental Phase Deconstructor, Hydrocon, and Molecular Fuel Storage Compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility, Delta Labs, where Union Aerospace is opening all new opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
Hey there, Spectrum. I hope things are going well. Welcome on in. Things are going good. How about yourself? It's going good, thanks, bro. Things are going well today. How about yourself? How was surgery? I hope that everything went well. Mr. Big, would I like to know more? To be honest, not really. Like, I mean, I don't mind people talking about stuff that I don't have any interest in, but my input will personally be very, very minimal. So, okay, this is what you didn't like about the game, having to read emails to get a key code. You need a large key icon hovering above the ground. That's fair, Cellcat, for sure. Absolutely. Yep. Cerberus, there's a lot of humor in the game, mostly coming from the emails. Yeah, that's the tricky thing, too, with something like this, is you don't want necessarily the main core of the gameplay to feel like it's part of a parody. You want it to still be visceral and all that kind of stuff. So using emails as a way to add some humor is definitely a good sort of thing, because it just means that it's a different kind of sort of like method of delivering that kind of information. And me to imagine Batman driving a Batmobile in Mars. Mention, I think it's a Starship Trooper reference, is it? I gotcha. Well, regardless, I definitely don't really want to know more. Oh, nice, Spectrum. That's great. I'm glad that you're doing well and that you're keeping busy. So, okay, you don't like to read in your Doom games, you like to shoot. That's totally fair too as well. Yeah, that's the thing that the 2016 game did well. It made all the stuff optional for you to read if you wanted to, but if you didn't want to, you could just keep on going. I mean, if you remember all the codes, or if you've got all the codes, I imagine, you know, or use a guide, you could definitely just, you know, put them in when you need, but still. Sky, you think if Bane will get his hands on that green thing he uses and becomes the last stage, he will destroy everything on Mars, lol. The entire planet will probably be destroyed as well. Kiona, you think it's impossible to no-hit Doom Eternal? Not too sure, to be honest. I haven't actually played that one at all. It'd be hard, though. Games where you have, like, multiple enemies shooting at you from multiple directions and the timing of the projectiles don't always match up at the same time means you have to duck and weave and dodge. So, yeah, it'd be pretty difficult, I imagine. Mr. Epic, that title reminded you of that movie. Oh, it did it? Yeah. Which title was that? Now, bro, surgery went well. They did some soft tissue damage because the fluid and jelly was stuck to the wall of your lung, but they got it all out. Dude, that is great that they got it all out of there. That's for sure. Like, that's definitely great as well. You know, it's a shame that there was some soft tissue damage done, but hopefully that soft tissue damage isn't too painful or anything as well, and that it's going to be 100% soon. You know. Cody, Doom Eternal makes Doom look like a kid's playground lore, does it? Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. I heard, though, that you have to press a button to climb a ledge or something. Like, you can't just jump at a ledge and then it'll auto-climb. I think you need to press a button each time to climb it. But I could be wrong, though. I'm not too sure. Wicked, me don't read, me shoot big gun, me happy. That's it. Yeah, and that's totally understandable, too, you know. If you just want to get in and shoot the demons. Mr. Epic, Alpha Labs introduction. Oh, okay, yeah, Alpha Labs introduction. Thy holy hand grenade. Not really. Grenades. The infantry issue fragmentation grenade is activated by a twist detonator. Fire delay is 3 seconds with an injury radius of 30 meters. Nah, bro, they said it would repair itself, no worries. Oh, dude, that's really good news. That would be a huge relief as well, too. So that is really, really good outcome. Scar Doom guy, I have the big fucking gun. I don't fear any demons. Bane. Well, I'm a big fucking gun.
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me. They're all gone. Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere. There's still a few squads operating, but they're all cut off from each other. Try to find them.
Access denied.
Keone. Arnie would make a good Doom guy. He would have, absolutely. I was saying that if he reunited with director Paul Verhoeven, because they worked on Total Recall together, if they worked together again on a Doom movie in the 90s, I think that would have been really cool, especially if it was, you know, R-rated and all that kind of stuff. Mr. Epic, a Doom guy would rip off Bane's arm and stab him with it, and then just call it a day, and would move on as well. Sailcat, thank you so very much for the 100 bits. That's amazing. I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you so, so much. Exactly, Cerberus. Goddamn imps. Indeed, you're not wrong there. Friggin' annoying. It's cool, though, that they made them crouch sometimes and then leap at you. It can be annoying, but it's cool that they actually were like, yeah, you know, you're able to make it a bit different. Now, bro, it's so strange how Hospital warps time. It's 8:22, but feels like midnight. That would be really surreal, too, as well, now, bro. That'd be really, really weird. Scar, well, everyone is a gangster until Superman arrives. Also, he is an alien. That's true, Superman is an alien. Mr. Epic, Arkham NPC voice, you remember? Oh, really? Yeah. Arkham NPC. Yo, call that a gun. This is a gun. That's not a gun. Ah, I see. You have played knifey gun before. Thank you, Zereth, for redeeming that Arnie impression. Thank you. Zereth, it's your end, you think? You think buffering, is it? Well, Twitch says my stream is excellent. I mean, excellent, what do they call it? Whatever it is. Cerberus, stream looks fine. Cody, no buffering here. And Mitra, it's fine on your end. Oh, very nice. Thank you for the clarification, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Zereth, you might need to refresh, or you might need to change like the quality of the stream. It's fine there as well, Cellcat. Oh, that's good. Mr. Epic, not if it's Superman from the Suicide Squad game. He gets killed by bullets. Oh, how weak sauce is that? Zereth, yeah, it was just your connection to this stream being odd. You put it on auto. Oh, no trouble at all, Zereth, yeah. Because when I'm watching people's streams, like, I have to put the quality to like 480p if I'm doing other stuff as well. That was very, very clever.
Marine, Bravo team reports there's some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
It isn't working. I tried everything. The computers aren't responding. I can't get root access to the systems. We can't do it here. We'll have to access the system somewhere else.
All right, let's go.
The plot thickens. Zereth, you put it on auto. Scar, basically you turn a stream to one GIF, moving block, and do listen to sound and using your fantasy. Do you remember the text-based RPG games? I do remember them. I didn't play many of them though, but I do remember them. So, but you know what's coming now, lol. Pinky, that shotgun has 0 range or power, lol. Yeah, that was really clever too, how they make you think it's going to burst through the door, but it goes around the side and comes through the window. That was really, really clever. I liked how they did that. You're not wrong there, Cerberus. Yeah. I sort of wanted to wait till I had a decent amount of ammo for it before I switched to it, so I was using the pistol for a little bit, and now that I've got heaps of ammo for the shotgun, I don't mind if it doesn't get them in one hit, but still, it can be annoying because you might be close, but you might just graze their arm or something. Scar, who let the dogs out? Who? I still remember when that song actually came out. Cerberus, most intrusive auto-saving ever, you always turned it off, lol. Yeah, it sort of just stops all the sound as well. It's just like, boom. So, okay, you would have liked it better if the new Doom games were in the style of this one. You're pretty sure 99% of people disagree. Oh, that's fair too. Yeah, I mean, that can be the thing. One entry in a game can do one thing, which people like, and some people don't. And then the next game does something that the people who didn't like the previous one like, but the ones who like the previous one don't like. Trying to get that balance.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction.
Yes, Scar is a bulletproof TV. This is what you call a future. If some maniac breaks into your place and shoots your television, at least you know the TV's going to be fine. So, Rish, you wonder if we still would have gotten Dead Space if Doom 3 was never made. Because that was partly inspired by this, wasn't it? Yeah, it is interesting to think about that stuff, because you wonder what would have been an alternative that happened instead if Doom 3 didn't exist, or if it didn't exist in the way that it is.
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 20th, 2145. It has come to my attention that we have an alarming number of missing personnel throughout the base. My office has received 4 additional reports from Delta in the last week alone, mentioning that personnel are not reporting for work and that calls to their quarters have gone unanswered. My office has sent the names of those personnel to Mars City Security, and they have promised to initiate an investigation. But this news is very disturbing, especially at a time when we have so many people in the infirmary suffering from sudden cases of schizophrenia and other psychological disorders. I hope there is no connection between those cases and these reports of missing personnel.
So Bruce, Doom, Doom 3, Resident Evil 4, and Event Horizon were the biggest influences on Dead Space. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really cool when one thing goes on to inspire something else, and then that thing becomes its own unique thing too, as well. It's not just like a copycat that has nothing new to add. It just takes familiar elements from other things that the people behind it were inspired by, and they add their own sort of like, you know, additional stuff and different storylines maybe and all that kind of stuff. Scar, well, maybe horror games would not be a thing without Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and Amnesia, who knows? Maybe not in the way that things have gone, like, in terms of, like, horror fiction, if you strip away whatever medium horror fiction is on, the fact that horror movies have existed for a long time, even before video games existed, means that there's still influences that could have shaped alternate horror games that we didn't actually get instead of the ones that we did, you know. But there's definitely some things that might not be the same in the same way, if not for something else existing beforehand as well. Yeah, so Silent Hill is such a great franchise. It's a shame that Konami were like pissing on it a lot. Hey there, Senny. Thank you so very much for using your bits to enlarge that Alan emote. That's really, really cool. It looks so good in that size as well. Code, welcome to Doom. Bosses may include The Rock. That's true. Yeah, I remember that movie. Unfortunately. Hey there, Lucinda. Good morning. Doom 3 is going really good. I'm really enjoying it. Still very early, and the game crashed earlier, about 2 hours into my first stream, so had to start a new stream. But yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot more than I did when I played a little bit of it all those years ago. But yeah, it's going really good. How about yourself? Not yet Cerberus, no. It's still too expensive for me, for my tastes. It's still like, even when it goes on sale, it's like $70 Australian. So I'll probably wait till it's like on PlayStation Plus or something. Cody, you're so looking forward to Silent Hill F. That'll be interesting. I'm curious about that one, because it'll be the first time where they've actually had a Silent Hill game set in a completely different country. Lucinda, oh nice. Well, yeah, this one is more like a horror shooter. You like it. Yeah, it was so annoying when that happened. It's just like so fucking annoying. Especially that, like if it happens, 4 hours into a stream, that's fair enough. That's a decent chunk for a part 1 or a part whatever. Cerberus, bloody Aussie dollars. Exactly. It's just ridiculous. But it's definitely on my to get to eventually list. Cool, going good, thanks. Pretty busy day so far, and you wouldn't have minded spending another hour in bed, but that's how it is sometimes. That's true. It'd be good to squeeze a bit more sleep, if you could. Doom is going good. Yeah, it's going really, really good. I'm enjoying this game a lot more on my second attempt at it. The first one that I did was years ago, and I didn't play a whole lot of it. I got put off by the approach that they took. It didn't feel Doom to me at the time. But yeah, this game came out in 2004. The original version did, so definitely a lot of changes had happened. Scar, what is Silent Hill F? It's another Silent Hill game. It's actually set in Japan, and the trailer that they released is really, really gnarly and surreal and graphic. It's actually currently banned here in Australia because they need to reevaluate it for a new rating. It's actually a game that was rated more than an R rating here in Australia. So that means that until it gets resubmitted and accepted at an R rating, then we won't get the game. So if you paid £70 for the deluxe edition, you got it on release and played it in October. That's cool that you got it for that much for the deluxe edition as well. Lucinda did a playthrough of it, and I really enjoyed watching her play through it. And it made me actually be more sort of like open to the remake, because I was very, very harsh on Konami. So I wanted to make sure that the remake was actually respectful. And from what I had seen, it definitely is, so that's good. So, but she had some store credit that paid towards it too. That's really cool that she could. Scar, so game got OF old fart rating instead, lol. Now, it would have got what is called an X rating, which is a rating that only adult movies or highly violent movies would get. And it doesn't mean that they can't be released. It just means that the scope of audience that they can get to see the movie or the game, especially when initial sales of something is very important, then it just means that if they want to get the R rating to get to more people, they need to resubmit the game again. Cool, glad you're liking it better this time around. Thank you, dude. Yeah, it's really, really well done too, because there's a lot of environmental things that can act as jump scares, but also make you think there's a demon when there's not. In the old school ones, sometimes when a door would actually close or open, or a lift, it would sound similar to a screech, which could then make people think that a demon was there when it wasn't. It was just a door. So in this game, because they can do environmental effects like pipes blowing up and hissing noises and all that kind of stuff, Cody, VPN gets around that. Well, I mean, yeah, like digital copy, but then again, yeah, it just depends. Like if you were caught with it, if it's banned, then, you know, if you get caught playing it, then you could be arrested or something. Alison, you enjoyed it for sure. It did get a little repetitive by the end, but if anything, that's probably staying true to the original. Yeah, that's definitely unavoidable sometimes with games. Like that repetition just gets in and settles in as well. But yeah, they've definitely done a lot more in upfront narrative, because in the other games there's no upfront narrative really, and there's only the descriptions between levels or between episodes that give you an idea of what's going on. And it's more conducive with how games were explaining stuff in stories back then. In the early 90s, they weren't necessarily, unless it was an RPG, they weren't necessarily worried about strong characterization and all that kind of stuff. So, but you hate Bloober as a dev, and you love the original Silent Hill 2, so it was really protective of it, but they knocked it out of the park with the remake. That's definitely good that they did as well. For me, they've been hit and miss. Like the Blair Witch game, while I did like it, it didn't need to be called Blair Witch. They could have just stuck to the concept they had with the video and rewinding and making things in the game environment change based on where you rewound to in the video. But they didn't need to do it as a Blair Witch thing. Crook, it sounds like you could get a bit paranoid, like in the Alien game here. Oh, absolutely, dude, for sure. You know, we just had a moment where the Pinky Demon appeared and it was barging through the door, but then it stopped, and then it came around the other way and then went through the window. I thought that was really clever, because you expect it to come through the door that it's barging through, but can't get through yet. So you think, okay, eventually it'll barge through, but then it doesn't, and then you're like, oh shit, and then boom, through the window. Scar, well, to be honest, you don't know what to say about Silent Hill F. You mean, it is good if they had some common sense and try not to bend universe lol. It looks like Konami trying to kill itself lol. Yeah, that's the thing too as well. Because they sort of licensed out their IPs to other people to use for their own stuff. And it doesn't really take much work on their end to do that, you know. The company that uses the IP for their own game, like Dead by Daylight, for example, they have to do all the work, but Konami still, of course, gets some money based on that.
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 5th, 2145. It has been brought to my attention by Environmental Services that the recent power grid changes have caused many non-critical systems to malfunction. The report explains that this is due to either intermittent power outages or lower than optimal voltage input. It also says that sufficient power distribution to all non-critical systems is becoming more difficult to maintain, thanks to Dr. Betruger and his so-called optimizations to the energy stores in and around the facility. I assured the director of ES that I would file a report with Central Authority over this.
Malcolm Betruger, Religious Artifacts. Director Banks, I need your urgent attention on this matter. It is very important to my research that all crates containing religious artifacts arriving from Earth with a cosign for Delta Labs go directly there with no interruption or delay. I can't have my precious cargo sitting around the hangar waiting for your personnel to process it. I expect your immediate attention on this matter, Dr. Malcolm Betruger. Betruger. Director Banks. Research Assistant Eric Raffle has not reported for work all this week. I've called his quarters repeatedly without response. No one has seen him in days and I don't know what to do. He is normally a very reliable individual. I've contacted Mars Security with hope that they will try and find him. There aren't a lot of areas to go on this base. Man, I hope he's alright. If I hear anything, I'll send word. Thank you, Matthew White. UACorp.com new website. Director Banks, we're happy to report the rollout of the new corporate webpage. Please take a moment of your time to review it. Thank you. UA-Corp.com web team. (0508) Mr. Moses, congratulations, you have been selected to receive one of our free promotional storage cabinets loaded with useful things that we think you'll need.